Just first of all, before any questions, I really want to thank the staff at the Devaney Center for doing an unbelievable job of getting the arena ready after a long weekend of volleyball on Friday, Saturday, and it's very much appreciated for them to put in that hard work to get this ready. I thought it was a really fun idea to come out here and play in this environment in the Devaney Center, where there's obviously a lot of great memories in this building, and it wouldn't be possible without the staff at the Devaney Center. So I just really wanted to make sure that they understand how much we appreciate their hard work, and also want to thank the fans for coming out here. And Sunday, a beautiful day out here. It's going to start turning, getting cold, and for them to come out the way they did today and support this team says a lot. Says everything you need to know about Husker Nation. So just very appreciative of the staff and also for the fans for coming out and giving us a great environment out there today.
I just think you guys responded to their, first quasi-test in front of fans.
Yeah, I thought it was good. We just really wanted to break up the monotony. I mean, these guys are so sick of being in the same the practice facility, going out there, beating on each other day after day. Everybody knows the plays. So it's just a different energy when you're able to get out there in front of the fans, and wanted to really make this our first test, our first time in front of fans like this. Then the next test is a week from yesterday to go out and play at Utah. And we'll learn a lot about ourselves, whatever the result of that closed-door scrimmage will be. And then we get one more opportunity for a good team coming in here in Grand Valley State to play an exhibition game at PBA. So it's all part of the process here of getting ready for November 4th on opening night. And obviously we still got a long ways to go, but a couple real positives I thought from today: 30 assists as a group and only 12 turnovers. That's growth for this team. We're starting to turn it over a little bit too much at the end of the week, and I thought we made simple plays for the most part. Burke, we wanted to experiment and see that smaller lineup. We haven't done a lot of that, so it was good to see him out there battling on the glass and going out and getting a double-double, 13 and 13. And I really thought Braxton set the tone early. I thought his physicality was outstanding early in the game. He was all over the boards, and we wanted to shut him down there at the end when he was getting a little bit fatigued. And, I think we came out of this okay. Justin Bolus was a question today, tweaked his hamstring in our workout yesterday, and then Sam was limping around a little bit there at the end. But for the most part, I think we made it out of here in a good spot. 2 of the next 3 days will be off for our team, and it's hopefully a good opportunity for these guys to get into the cold hot tubs, get some treatment. We talk a lot about winning the recovery days, and this is an important early part of the week, and then we'll get 3 days to prepare for the scrimmage at Utah. Well, we looked at a couple different options. We actually talked about potentially doing something over at the old Coliseum, and it would have been pretty cool for our family with my grandfather, coaching in that building, and it just logistically worked better to do it here. And this was fun for me. It was fun getting booed out there when I talked about my game-winning shot back in '95. But this place was awesome, and my very first coaching game in the Big 12 was in this building against Nebraska, and we lost a heartbreaker in overtime. Jeter got a steal on the last possession and went down, made one free throw, and unfortunately beat us. But I just remember this place being an unbelievable environment, and just nothing's changed. I mean, our fans are still as good as anybody on the planet, and it was fun coming back into this building and playing again. I remember walking out of there the first Big 12 conference game, nervous, smelling the popcorn, walking out there on the floor, and it was a really cool environment, a great place to play. So it was fun to be back here. And, it was fun for Kent and Jake to be back in here as well and call games. Jake had, a lot of fun playing out here, and Kent called some unbelievable games here at the Devaney Center.
What was the thought process with the rosters? Anything to read into?
No, we've changed pretty much every week. We've tried to keep a group together for the week. We've still got a lot of work to go, a lot of work to do, and a lot of thought process to go into what a rotation is going to look like. And I honestly have no idea right now what it's going to look like as far as the starting group, and more importantly, who's going to finish games for us. I like the way that first group looked as from a size standpoint. We got Raleigh out there at 6'5", Bryce and Juwan at 6'7", and then 6'10" and 7'1". I did like the size of that group, and then that other team just brings a whole different dynamic with Connor's ability to space the floor, knock down shots. Gavin has been shooting the heck out of the ball. Don't take today what happened as far as the indication of what he can and can't do. He's a much better shooter than what he showed today. And then you look at guys like Kale and Braden Frager and Nick Janowski. Those guys have made huge strides for us as we've gone along and as they've gotten more used to the system. Kale was a rock star. He was one man away from a rotation last year. And, he's going to be fighting for minutes out there this season. And our freshmen, I'm telling you, I've been really impressed with them. Are they going to be out there? Once the regular season starts, I don't know at this point, but they're making it hard on me because they've both shown flashes of going out there and being able to give us productive minutes.
What does a bigger lineup like that allow you to do?
Well, I think one thing that I'm excited about with this group is I do think we have great versatility, and there are times where we can play bigger. And you saw the lineup where we were out there with the smaller, more skilled lineup as well. And even with our fives, Andrew Morgan gives you a completely different dynamic than what Braxton does out there, but both very effective and guys that are both going to give us minutes. Justin Bolus is going to be fighting for time as well. He gives us athleticism out there at that spot, and if we do have foul trouble or anything happens, he's got to be ready to go out there and give us minutes as well. So I've been really impressed with this group. They've just competed every single day, and these guys are going to make it hard. I talked last year a lot about my biggest challenge is going to be who was going to be on the floor. And, we figured it out. And, some good players didn't play a lot of minutes last year, and we're probably going to have the same situation with this group.
Fred, can you talk about when Connor went on that heater towards the end of the first half, just when he gets into that rhythm, what that can do for you guys this year?
Yeah, Connor's got a really quick release. He knows the league. He's had some really good moments. He set an all-time record as a freshman for three-pointers made at Wisconsin, and he was on the all-freshman team that first year. So when he gets it going, it's fun. It's fun to see, and I thought our guys did a really good job of finding him within the flow of our offense. And then I was really proud of that great team in the second half being down double digits and cutting that thing down to whatever it was, 6 or 7. And then the red team responded. And we've talked a lot about that, how we're going to handle the adversity, how we're going to handle runs over the course of the game. And I thought both teams had stretches where they did a nice job with it. And then I thought Gray rushed it a little bit there, trying to get it all back at once, where early in the second I thought that ball was really moving around and finding the right guys. It's a team, again, that I've really enjoyed. We're growing. We're moving in the right direction, but, we still got a long ways to go.
How much do you think the guys benefit, or what are the benefits of getting out in front of fans, just everything that went into that?
Well, there's always butterflies involved when you're out playing in front of people. My big message to the guys before the game was don't go out and try to do things we haven't done all year in the preseason and in our training camp. You just need to go out there and continue on, and when things are going the right way, continue on, continue to do those things, and don't get outside of yourself. And it's a team that I think will do that. And today I thought we did it for the most part. Again, when you do the thing, what was it, a couple years ago when Rick Ross came and sang after the deal, it was like a glorified all-star game out there. This was a competitive environment, and we talked about using today as an opportunity to grow and get better, and I thought we did that.
Fred, what did you see from Raleigh?
Yeah, 9 assists, 1 turnover, that's who Raleigh is. He's just a flat-out winner, and if he has an average year, he's going to be the first player in Nebraska history to have 1,000 points, 500 rebounds, and 500 assists. He just finds guys. He does a great job of getting in the paint and spraying the ball out. And he's, like I said, that size, that level of toughness. He was a hell of a football player. I love everything about the kid. And then, Ulis is another experienced point guard as well, a guy that can get into the paint. I thought he had some nice plays in the lane. I don't think he had a turnover. And when your point guards give you whatever it was, I think Aaron had 1 assist, but I thought he made some good plays to get our guys shots. But when you go 10-1, assist to turnover in your point guard position, that's pretty darn good. Thanks, guys.